Hello everyone, my name is Artextricic and today we're going to learn how to use planes. Now, planes are very important and they're very simple to understand. I think they're just as important to learn your values before you learn color. I suggest learn value alongside planes and then learn color after. I don't think you should go into color theory first. Technically, values are part of color theory, so if you're going to get into color theory, do values first and then learn planes. I think those are the two things you should learn first before you get into color theory based on my experience. So you must be asking, what are planes? For those of you who don't know what that is or been wondering what that means, it's basically the sections that is on a surface or a subject. It doesn't matter. It could be a cloud. It could be anything on a floor. It could be on a puppy. It could be on a person. It doesn't matter. Everything has a plane, and those planes section off the sections where light is hitting. Okay, so let me use that example as I show you guys in this, but just fair warning, what you're seeing is something that I did for Patreon. If you want the more detailed version of what I'm about to show you and much more long form content, me explaining every step that I do, it's in my Patreon. So go check it out if you want. I would suggest you actually go there because it's good. It's I think an hour and 20 minutes long. So like I really explain and go into depth of what that is to explain. So yeah, so let's just get to it. Just be clear, I just want to let everyone know if you're using Clip Studio Paint, Photoshop, or Paint Tool Sci, does not exclude you at all from what I'm doing. So if you don't have the same software that I do, it's perfectly fine. You're going to be fine because we're just working on something that is pretty universal amongst all drawing tablets, so don't feel alarmed if you don't have the same program as I am, or tools or anything like that, because you can just draw them out anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you have it or not. I'm trying to make these videos so it's being inclusive as possible for anyone who wants to learn digital art, or even, it doesn't have to be digital art, it could be in traditional art. You can still apply this to traditional art as well, so don't worry about that at all either. So let's get right into it. As you can see, I'm going to make a square real quick, and the planes that are going to pop up will come up on the square. Now I'm just using a monochrome value system just to let you know what's dark and what's light. The light is color is the light, the mid color is the midtones, and the dark color is where the dark is. I would admit that the direction that I used to put the light was probably off, but then again, that's not the point. So the point is that the squares that you see on this cube is literally planes. That's what they are. The shape that makes up the surface where the most light or where the mid light is and where the less light is representing of how much light is being hit based on that plane. Okay, but this is easier to understand because since it's a hard surface, it's easy to see the sections between them. But let's go on something that's a lot more complicated and more soft surface, because soft surfaces don't really section off as purposely as a more harder surface. So what you're seeing here is that I'm using planes, or the understanding of planes, based on how I put the light, which is coming from a top left direction, a left top adjacent direction. I believe that's the right term. And because it's more softer, the sections are a lot more blended between each other. So this lets me know when I have to blend and know when to put in the midtones. And so it crosses between each other, between light, midtone, and then shadow. Okay, so this is where it takes, or at least eliminates, the idea of guessing of where the light is or where the midtone is or where the more ambient shading is in that sense. So it makes it easier. So then again, I start making the light hit on the surfaces that I want, so it gives more of a realistic look, more realistically than just stylized. And then I put in a blue floor, just to show a bounce light that reflects down into the floor and into the subject. And because the subject's pretty close to the floor, it's going to leave an influence onto the subject. Now, if it was a lot more higher up, it'll be less blue into the subject, but because it's pretty close, I put in that bounce light that looks pretty prominent, so it really feels that realistic sense. I would say that the highlights is a little bit too close to the the brightest area of the light, but it is what it is. And then I showed into the video that sectioning off pieces of this would give you the sense of the light source and the effect of the planes. So that's basically what planes are. It's just literally letting you know when to section, when to color, and when to put in the midtones into your shadows, and then therefore and therefore. It's not as hard as you probably think. It's just literally letting you know where the lightest part is being hit surface wise, and where the shadow part is where the light is not hitting, and that's where you can put in the shadow. So with that said, I hope everyone enjoys this. I hope this was helpful, or at least short enough for you to understand. Now, if it wasn't helpful enough, or you don't think I got to the meat of it hard enough, please let me know at the bottom. Maybe I'll make another video on this very thing, and also make it into a Patreon video as well. So if you like this and enjoyed this, and this was educational or helpful by any chance, please let me know based on my examples. Maybe the examples wasn't all that great, I don't know. So you guys need to tell me in the video or in the comments below, and let me know what you think. Did I do a great job? Did it really explain anything? Or are you still confused? If so, I'll do another video. I have no problem. Oh, and also, follow my other social media. Link in the description. All my TikToks and everything. If you want to follow me, I'll give more tutorials and stuff like that. And I'm getting back to making videos, so I love to see you guys and hear you guys from your perspective on how you saw this video and my live streams. So with that said, I'll see you guys next one.